Hey, it's Patti Scharf, CPA and co-founder of Catching Clouds, the leader in e-commerce accounting. Welcome back to our Saturday Slowdown, where I like to remind everybody to work on their business and not just in their business. Today I want to talk about taking a vacation from your business, and I also want to talk about the 40-hour work week in general. Basically, I want to talk about work-life balance, or I know a lot of people now are calling it work-life integration, yada, yada, yada. And earlier this week, Elon Musk sent out a tweet that was basically, what did it say? There are way easier places to work, but nobody ever changed the world on 40 hours a week. And to that, I kind of want to say, oh yeah, watch me. Here's the thing. I think that there are a lot of people who they kind of fall into this trap of working so much all the time, not having a life, because they start out, maybe they start a business. And when they start the business, they have to wear all the hats in the business. They have to do the finance, the accounting, the marketing, the sales, the product creation, all these different things. And it's a lot of work. And I'm not going to lie, I think it takes a lot of elbow grease and time and sweat and blood and tears at the very beginning to get things off the ground. I think that most people, when they're in that phase, they're so passionate about their new project that it doesn't really faze them. It doesn't feel like work, and they just do it and get through. And then as they hire people and things like that, it starts to feel more like work. Either they don't feel like they can trust the people that they hired, or honestly, it's just habit. Like they start out, they're working during the week, and then, oh, I need to get a few more things done. And so then it bleeds into Saturday. I'll just work Saturday morning, and then that turns into Saturday all day, and then suddenly the whole weekend is gone, and people are just working all the time. And it starts to kind of feel like the norm. And then people feel trapped, and they don't know how to pull themselves out of that. So then I see a lot of people asking, oh, how do I make money without killing myself? How do I get out of this? Hey, yeah, what kind of automation can you tell me about so that I'm not working so much? But for anybody who's implemented any kind of automation, I think that they know that when they add a new tool, it speeds up one process, but you just kind of fill in that time with other things to do. So it doesn't actually change it doesn't change the total amount of time that you're working. It just speeds up one process, and then you can do more with that process that it freed up. So really the only way to stop working so much is literally to stop working so much. I know it sounds crazy, but it's totally true. I'm going to share a little story with you. Back 10 years ago or so, I bought this CPA practice, and it was doomed to failure. There was nothing that I could have done to save this darn thing, and I know that because I tried everything I could to save this darn thing, including working 120 hours plus for months. Like I didn't sleep, I didn't eat, it just wreaked havoc on my life and my health and everything else. And when I went through that experience, after seeing all that, and literally I bought this practice so that I could have a life, so that I could hang out with my kids who are really young and make sure that I was there for them when they grew up and stuff. And I still carved out time to show up for karate and watch them get their new belt and things like that. And then I would rush back to work and wrap stuff up. Or I would go home for an hour, make sure that I had dinner with them, put them to bed and stuff, and then I would go back to work. And it is not a way to live. And I would not recommend it to anybody else. But when that happened to me, I became militant about work-life balance. I became militant about you have to have a life. Nobody is working just to work. Well, not nobody. I think Elon Musk is. But, the vast majority of people in the world, they want to work, to support the life that they want to live. And even when I was like going through all that, like the people in my office, they were all working 40 hours a week, and I was the one who was working 120 plus hours a week because I didn't want them to have to suffer the brunt of the bad choices that I made. And so now I've got Catching Clouds, and we built it from day one to be the kind of place that would be supportive of people's lives. And yesterday we just had all of our e-commerce accountants over, and we talked to them about how things were going. We have somebody that we just hired a couple of months ago, and they were saying, when I like applied for the job and I got the offer, it all sounded too good to be true, because apparently nobody in the world has really figured out that it's important to treat your people nicely and to make sure that they're working a reasonable number of hours and you're not killing them, and that they have unlimited vacation, and, just trust them to do the job that they want to do. But in essence, what they're saying is they thought, oh, this is too good to be true, but I'll try it because, what if? And their answer, like after they started working here a while, they were like, you know what, it really is what we thought it would be, and more. And and that kind of response just has such a strong impact on me, because this was my point. This is why I created this business, so that other people could lead the lives they want to lead and still do great work that's super impactful for the e-commerce companies that we're supporting. So I know that my people are changing the world for these other e-commerce sellers who are helping make the world a better place in their own way. So there's this cascading effect, and you don't have to work 120 hours a week to do it. So the last question is, how do you do it? And I'll tell you, it's not going to be one of these things. Like in the US, I think in particular, if we want to be thinner, we want a pill to like make us thinner. We don't want to eat well and exercise because that's too much hard work. We just want a quick fix. And I think that with automation, a lot of people are like, what can I automate so I'm not working so much? And if you just cut down the number of hours, it forces you to prioritize on the most important stuff. So you have to be strategic about it. You have to get other people to help you, because there's too much work to do just on your own. Whether you start out with just getting a virtual assistant or whatever, you need to think in your mind about how you're going to scale your business to turn it into a business and not just a job. If it's always you're always going to be tied to your business. So you need to get help so that everybody can take a little bit of the load, because you can go farther together than you can alone. You do want to have some automation to make it easier on everybody, but you just have to demand that these are the total number of hours that you're working. You're not going to go above it, because that's what forces people to get creative and to do more with less within their own realm of responsibility. So you have to expect that for yourself and for others on your team if you want to create that kind of reality for yourself. It just becomes a non-negotiable item. You just take overtime off the list, and that's how you get better. Here's the other thing. If you aren't working all the time, then you have the freedom and luxury to think about things, to be strategic, to be creative. I can't tell you how many times I get like life-changing, business-changing thoughts and ideas while I'm out on a run, while I'm in the shower, when I just wake up in the morning. Like, you need time for your brain to relax and to think about seemingly unrelated things so that your brain can put those connections together when you're not in this constant state of doing. So you need to spend some time just kind of being, and that's going to help you put the pieces together, and then you just need to do it. All right, so I want to leave you with a few resources to help you on your journey. Number one, go check out the book Clockwork. What is it? Clockwork, Design Your Business to Run Itself by Mike Michalowicz. He was the guy who wrote Profit First. Smart guy. He sees what I see, and he's going to talk to you about how to kind of line things up and how you can go on a month-long vacation within 18 months. So that was a really great book. I will put a link down below so that you can go check that out. The other resource I want to talk about is Chuck Blakeman. He started up this thing called 3 to 5 Club. He's also written several books. One is Making Money is Killing Your Business. Another is Why Employees Are Always a Bad Idea. The 3 to 5 Club, actually, Scott joined back in 2011, I think, or probably 2012, at the beginning of when we started the business. And basically, the premise is in 3 to 5 years, you should be able to go on a month-long vacation, and the company's actually going to do better without you there than if you were there. That's like the whole premise. It's like, how do you pull yourself out of the business so you're not so critical, so that if you're not there, everything doesn't just fall apart, right? So from day one, Scott and I have been trying to figure out how to create a business that would support the lifestyles of our team members while also supporting our own personal dreams and goals and things like that. So we don't want jobs, we want an actual business, and a healthy one at that. So with all of that said, I've got a couple of big announcements for you. The first one is that we're no longer going to be doing Tuesday and Saturday videos every week. Now, before you panic, we're just going to drop it down to just the Saturday videos. They're no longer going to be Saturday Slowdown videos. They're going to be, the Catching Clouds Academy's videos. So some will be Saturday Slowdown-esque. Some will just be informative. This whole next month in December, I'm going to do a series on kind of getting your finances ready for tax time and stuff like that. The things that e-commerce sellers need to be paying attention to as far as reasonable compensation and different topics. If something strikes me, I will throw that in there, but that's the plan for this month. For my second announcement, I'm going to bring on my very special guest, my daughter Samantha. Okay, so here's the deal. I brought Samantha here because Scott, me, Samantha, and my son Patrick, we're all going on a pretty big adventure. We're going to New Zealand starting December 16th. Patrick will come back for college and stuff, but Samantha's coming with us, and we're going to be gone until May. We're going to New Zealand, we're going to Australia, and then we'll be back. So we're going to continue doing YouTube videos, but we're going to be doing them from abroad. This is one of our lifelong dreams, is really to expose the kids to other countries and other cultures and things like that, because I think it's really important to see the world from other people's perspectives and stuff. So we are coming to, if you're down under, we're going to be coming to a city near you. We're going to hit the Accounting Business Expo. We're not going to be doing a lot of tweeting and stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. Like I said, we'll still be doing YouTube videos, but we are starting up a blog, and I will give you the link down below. Samantha's here because
I'm the one actually writing the blog.
Yeah, so she's 14. She's going to be taking a bunch of pictures. She's going to be sharing her experiences from her point of view. I will probably add some of my own stories along the way as well. But she's our new intern, and she will be helping out. So I wanted to introduce her to you. You may be seeing her in upcoming YouTube videos as well. So that's it. Thanks, Samantha.
Okay.
So with that, I want to say thank you for joining me in this whole past year. I look forward to all of the new things we're going to be talking about in e-commerce, accounting, business, from the New Zealand perspective, from the Australian perspective. I hope to have a lot of guest speakers or guests in general on YouTube. We're going to be meeting with lots of different vendors and different things down there, so hopefully they will be willing to make a guest appearance. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate everybody in my audience, and I hope you follow our journey. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please like, comment, and share. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.